Hi guys, I'm Josh and welcome to my channel Video Epo. I've been working with scrapboard in my recent projects and I found a few more nice ideas. I'm saying I found because these ideas are not mine, I found them from the internet. These are interesting ideas that are easy to try, easy to make if you will. But if you are here only for the purpose of entertainment, I guess you will not be disappointed there. But before we get into the video, let me make a quick request for you to subscribe to my channel Video Epo and let me know what you think about this channel, this video in the comment section below. Now let's get into the video. It's better to make a template when we need to cut multiple pieces. In this case, I am going to cut two pieces, but they need to be symmetrical and also identical. I drew half of the shape and folded the paper in the middle. When this folded sheet is cut, we get a symmetrical shape. I made the template a bit bigger without considering the size of the wood piece I was going to use. The template can be trimmed a bit and works well for now. Tracing this shape on wood is one thing and cutting out the exact shape is another thing. Let me see if I can cut this organic shape on the wood using a jigsaw. This is how it looks like once cut. I made another piece just like this. It makes it a lot easier to clamp both of these pieces and sand it down together. Both the pieces will not be identical. It was easy to cut the paper by folding it over, but not possible with wood. So I flip one of the pieces and then try to sand it down, which makes it more or less identical. The way these two pieces will be put together is by using a simple lap joint. I'm not sure if this is the way this joint is cut, but I usually cut it using a saw and then knock out the unwanted portions using a chisel. That's it, the bowl stand is ready. The final touch of oil coat makes it look fantastic before it makes way to the dining table. I found a thin strip of wood from the wood crate and a piece of this mop stick. I need to make a hole in the wood that is bigger than the base of a paper cup and smaller than the mouth of the cup. This is the shape that I'm about to cut. Considering the thickness of wood, this was smooth on the jigsaw table. Only if I could call this a jigsaw table, but this is what I've got for now. I'm not a fan of this 3-clawed Wolverine type hole saw bit, but again I've got to learn how to use it without getting hurt and not ruin my workpiece. I must confess that I got lucky this time. My bench sander is not so fast and efficient, but it makes it perfect for small jobs like these. Sometimes sanding with hand is the best thing you could do. The dowel, if you want to call it that, the piece from the mop stick was also sanded and it was nailed onto the piece that we just cut out. You guys can let me know if it is a bit of a stretch in making this paper cup holder because the whole world is comfortable in drinking from a paper cup. You know, when my kids were about the age of 3 and when we used to go out and buy juice, especially the sugarcane juice, it was always served in paper cups like this. They will try to hold on to it firmly and then because of that they will spill the juice all over themselves, making it a mess. If I had known this idea back then, wouldn't have hurt to throw a couple of these in the bag. You guys let me know what you think. Now let's move on to the next idea. For this next one, I found a piece of beaten up 2x4. This piece of wood has been there even before I started this channel. I decided to split it up into thin strips. Using my mobile as a reference, I drew the shape I wanted to cut on the wood itself. I don't know why I didn't make a stencil this time, maybe because of the straight cuts. Since the workpiece are about 5mm in thickness, the jigsaw can handle two pieces stacked together. The square file is quite good to get into this slot. Finally, a little bit of sanding and oiling was all it needed. I wanted to attach both of these pieces using a hinge, but they serve their purpose as it is, a simple mobile stand. I later cut slots as I did for the bowl holder and that settles the deal. Moving on to the next idea, I found a scrap piece of wood that I cut into square runners. I'm not sure if this is the right way to cut lap joints on square pieces because I get it wrong most of the time. But I'm not looking at a super tight fit for this one though. Once all the pieces were cut, putting it all together is like a puzzle that you have solved 100 times. I mean, you can put it together just like that. I have a tiny flower pot which I gave a coat of matte black spray paint, and this one is going to be indoor, so I'm going to fill the pot half the way with sodium polyacrylate. Where to find this? In a baby diaper. By the way, this is also called as diaper polymer. I've made a separate video on it, check it out if you're interested. The top part is covered with regular potting mix. Now this test tube vase was made in an earlier project, and these pothos plants I had put in it have developed roots and new leaves. Maybe it's a good time to transplant it. We now have a tabletop flower pot and a plant which can handle excess watering and doesn't make a mess or need extensive attention. For the next project, I am using a round piece of electrical conduit wood, aluminum coat hanger wire of 4mm thickness and a random piece of wood. Honestly, I don't know what kind of wood this is. After cutting the blocks, I went in with a rasp to shape it. This project is going to need a lot of shaping with the rasp. The round piece is also sanded. These are a few pieces that I cut out and shaped. It needs a few holes for the aluminum rods to get in. You must have figured out that this is going to become a human figurine. I seem to have underestimated the aluminum coat hanger wire. It doesn't bend easy when it is cut into smaller pieces. Like even paper refuses to fold after 7 folds. I beat the hell out of this guy to get into the shape that I required for this project. The coat hanger wire needs a coat of painting which I gave, and then with a drop of super glue all the metal limbs were added to our little guy here, bringing him to life. His legs are attached to the round base with screws so that he doesn't tip over with his own weight. Somehow he still wants to carry his big heart in his hands. If you like this video, please show some love, maybe not for me, for this guy who has got his big heart out for all of you. Please consider subscribing and sharing this video with your loved ones. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.